Release the Kraken!
But there are now awesome new monsters of the deep.
Kraken Nation, welcome back to the Kraken's Lair, presented by Horns and Hooves Entertainment. So, as usual, all the information I get for the Seattle Kraken and NHL, I get from the NHL app. So before I go over the games for this week, a special announcement, actually breaking news from today or so. The American Hockey League, the top developmental league for the NHL, has a new team. An affiliate team for the Seattle Kraken. They are the Coachella Valley Firebirds. So, that's the AHL's 32nd team for the league. And hey, I like it. It's all good. Looking forward to this development of the Firebirds. So, moving on. Now, before Halloween, the Kraken were having a pretty good, a good little winning streak the previous week, but then came Halloween, and things went a complete 180. But it is what it is. Anyway, so the Kraken were at home facing the New York Rangers, and unfortunately fell 3-1 against the Rangers. So the Rangers scored first. In the first period, so it was 1-0. Then came the second period, where Jordan Eberle scored the only goal for the Kraken and tied the game up 1 apiece. Then the third period, the Rangers just completely took over, scoring 2 goals in the period, thus the Kraken losing 3-1. So it is what it is. But then the next day, the Kraken traveled to Edmonton to face the Oilers, where they unfortunately lost 5-2. So, the Oilers were already up 2-1 in the first period. And then the second period, got something in my eye. Both the Oilers and the Kraken had a goal apiece in the second period, thus making it 3-2. But then the third period, the Oilers took over, scoring 2 goals in the third period, thus 5-2, the Oilers win. Now, the only 2 goals the Kraken scored were from, first, Jaden Schwartz. I almost had the name wrong. I almost said Jason. I had to look it up. So, one from Jaden Schwartz and the other from Carson Soucy. So, but unfortunately, those weren't enough to get the team back on top in the game. But then came this past Thursday, or at the day of this recording, which is our Friday. The game was last night, where my top 2 favorite NHL teams went head to head in Seattle. You got the Kraken, and you got the Buffalo Sabres. So, hey guys, you watch Buffalo After Dark. You know most of us cheer for the Sabres and whatnot. So, anyway, so the Sabres came to Seattle, where the Kraken dominated, winning 5-2. So the Kraken scored the first goal in the first period, and that was from, I'm getting the first name, Morgan Geekie. That's right, Morgan Geekie scored. Morgan Geekie pulled the trigger first for the Kraken, and the Kraken was leading 1-0 in the end of the first period. But the Sabres were not going down easily, as they scored 2 goals in the second period, and where Jordan Eberle scored the single goal in the second period for the Kraken. Thus, it was a tied game, 2 apiece. But then came the third period, where the Kraken just dominated, scoring 3 goals in the third period, thus beating the Sabres 5-2. And those 3 goals were from Jaden Schwartz again and Jordan Eberle twice. That's right, Jordan Eberle twice scored 2 goals in the third period. And Eberle's the player of the game from that game. He is the player of that game, scoring 3 goals against the Sabres, and it was awesome. All right, it was just awesome to see. I saw like the first few minutes of the game before I had to go to bed because the game started at around 10 p.m. Eastern time, and I'm on Eastern Standard Time, so I was able to watch the game for about a good hour or so. But yeah, I really enjoyed the win, and I'm looking forward to facing the Sabres again later this month in Buffalo. So we'll see how the Kraken do in New York. So anyway, the Kraken's next game will actually be Saturday, November 6th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where they will travel to Arizona to face the Coyotes. And from the way things were told about the Coyotes, this might be a quote-unquote easy win for the Kraken, but I'm not taking any chances. It's professional sports. Nothing's ever easy, okay? I mean, shoot, man. All right, this is a little off topic because I'm talking about the NFL now, but if the New York Jets who were winless at the time, if they can beat the Tennessee Titans, a top AFC team of the season, if the Jets can beat the Titans, what makes you think the Coyotes won't beat the Kraken? All right, again, I'm not taking any chances. I want the Kraken to win. I want them to get back on top. I want them to get back on a winning streak. Okay? But we got to be careful with these opponents, all right? So that Arizona game will be this Saturday. And then 3 days later, they are back on the road, heading to Las Vegas, where they will face the Golden Knights. And speaking of the Golden Knights, so of course you all heard the news shot around the world. Jack Eichel has been traded from the Buffalo Sabres to the Vegas Golden Knights. Now, of course, he's not going to play immediately because he's having that surgery that he's been meaning to get for a very long time. So he will be out for a few months and whatnot, but trust me, when he's ready to come back, and when we gotta face him, someone pray for me, pray for the Kraken. But for real, man, I hope with Jack Eichel getting surgery now, I hope he recovers well. Wish him a speedy recovery. Even though he's going to be a division rival. But it's whatever, man. It's whatever. So anyway, those are the news and results for this week on the Kraken's Lair. Let me guys know what you think, especially with the new AHL team, the Coachella Valley Firebirds. What do you guys think of the name? What do you guys think of the logo? Comment down below. Let me get your feedback. And what was your favorite? Well, this might be a stupid question, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. What was your favorite game from this week for the Kraken? You already know mine. when we face the Buffalo Sabres, that'll always be my favorite one because the Sabres are my second favorite NHL team. Anyway, thank you for watching this episode of the Kraken's Lair. If you want to get notified on when another episode of the show is up, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you hit that bell, and so you can get notified and all that fun jazz. So, thank you for watching, and y'all have a good one. Go Kraken!